Well, good evening, ladies, everyone who's here live and everyone who watches this on the replay later. This is our Wednesday night free necklace call. We usually do these pretty much every Wednesday so that we can share everything we love about Park Lane with other people who may have a need for something like this. So you may think, why would I even look at direct sales? And I love direct sales. I've been in the direct selling industry for 19 years now, and it's been amazing because it doesn't matter what your education level is. We have doctors on our team, we have principals on our team, we have nurses, teachers, stay-at-home moms, and we even have high school dropouts. I mean, you could be anything and be able to do direct sales because it just depends on if you love people and like helping connect people to products they love. So that's one of the things that I love about direct sales. But you might also think, well, why jewelry? And one of the great things about jewelry is, hello, it's a visual product. I cannot tell you how many times I'm out and about and somebody goes, oh my gosh, I love your bracelet. And I say, thanks, it's Park Lane. Have you heard of it? And I get to share with them either the link to my VIP group or my website. And it connects people. And if I sold cookware or makeup, someone might compliment my makeup and give me, it might open that door, but it's less likely. But if I sell cookware or candles or health and wellness products, I basically have to wear a t-shirt that says I sell this stuff. But with jewelry, you are a walking advertisement every day of your life, as long as you put the jewelry on. And so that makes it a really fun product to sell. And every time there is like a downturn in the economy, which let's face it, it's kind of happening right now. Businesses like this excel because people are looking for extra income. And women, even when they think, okay, maybe I can't afford to buy a new washer and dryer right now or to redo my kitchen, I can certainly buy a pair of earrings to make me feel better. So comfort purchases like this actually go up in economic downturns. So during the pandemic, I sold more jewelry than I'd ever sold before because women were shopping online and it was just a fun way for people to connect. So that's one of the reasons why direct sales and jewelry specifically is so good. But then why Park Lane? So, because there's different jewelry companies out there. And that's what I want to share with you a little bit about tonight. And I also want to talk about why now. So hopefully help me remember to talk about why now at the end, because I've never, I'll tell you at the end. But why Park Lane? So tonight I want to share with you what we like to call the 3 Ps. It's a little bit about the people, a little bit about the product, and a lot about the programs because Park Lane is just amazing. So first of all, my name's Carolyn. If I didn't tell you, sometimes I get so excited, I just start talking and I forget some of you I've never met before. My name's Carolyn. I am married. I have 2 teenage boys. They are 17, almost 17 and almost 20. And so I'm kind of almost an empty nester, but I've been doing direct sales since that almost 20-year-old was 10 months old. So I have worked this type of business around being a stay-at-home mom, helping my husband run a drywall business. My first husband is now my late husband. He passed away when I was 30. So I was a single mom for a couple years. Then I was a newlywed again. For 3 years, I worked as a full-time accountant because my kids were big and in school all the time and nobody was home during the days. And then Park Lane went so well for me, I quit that accounting job and just came back to being full-time jewelry lady. So I have, like, you name it, I've done it. The only thing I haven't done it during is like retirement age yet, but I can't make that happen yet because I'm just not there yet. But we have lots of women on our team who do, or who are nearing retirement age, who have joined Park Lane because they want to save for retirement or they want to build up their clientele. So when they do retire, they will be able to leave that job and still have a lucrative income from their fun little side hustle. So the first thing about Park Lane, the people, they are amazing. This company's been around since 1955, so 66 years. They're family owned and operated. Arthur and Shirley Levine started this company when they were teenage newlyweds. They were about the age of my kids, which is crazy. I cannot imagine my children starting a company or getting married. I think I'd rather them start a company than get married for sure at this age. But they built this company up, and in the early 2000s, their children bought it from them. I'm not sure if it became a worldwide brand before or after the kids bought it, but we now have franchises in different countries around the world. We here in the US still just sell to the US. Australia sells to Australia, Canada sells to Canada. But I think that's one thing that has helped make it a rock solid company, because, you know, if things are going up and down here, they may be going really well in Australia. And in the year of 2020, so during the pandemic, when so many companies closed, which that I was with a former company up until December of 2020, and they announced they were closing December 1st of 2020 because they could not survive the pandemic. And so many stores and so many other home show companies couldn't make it. But Park Lane had their biggest year ever in 2020 because they pivoted to this online platform so quickly. The founders of the company, they only keep 2% of the profit for themselves, and the rest they pour back into the programs. And that's why we have the most generous everything. I'll tell you when we get to the programs, because they really are amazing. But the owners of the company are just so smart. And so they were raised in Park Lane because their parents started it. And now their children work at the home office. They've been raised in Park Lane. So it truly is family owned and operated. And they take pride in this company. So I love that. So the product is jewelry. Again, we love jewelry. Annette, I was talking to Annette earlier. I was so happy she's on here. She's planning on signing up probably here in a few weeks. And she sent me a message. She said, I love this jewelry so much that I got rid of all my other jewelry and I'm only going to wear Park Lane. And she hasn't even signed up yet. So if you're listening and you're thinking, I don't want to get rid of all my other jewelry, you don't have to. So don't let that scare you away. But Annette and I just met at a party a few months ago, and we've become friends on Facebook. And she's come, I think this is her second free necklace call to attend. But it's just, the product is amazing. We have lots of designer inspiration pieces. We have career wear. We have boho. We have lots of natural stones. We have like blue quartz. We have white turquoise. We have genuine, like the turquoise colored turquoise. We have tiger eye. We have mother of pearl, lots of semi-precious stones, and the electroplating is great. We use rhodium on our silver, which is in the platinum family. It's actually what they electroplate your white gold wedding rings with. So it holds up better than a silver plating does. Our gold is electroplated with 14 to 18 karat gold. So the quality is great, but we also have a guarantee that covers your jewelry if anything goes wrong. So if your jewelry ever breaks, really, I haven't really had issues with my jewelry breaking. Maybe I've sent back 1 or 2 pieces for myself, and I really haven't had many customers send theirs back. My former company bragged about their 3% return rate, and I felt like I was sending back jewelry all the time. Park Lane has, I think, less than a 1 or a 2% return rate, and I hardly ever feel like I'm dealing with broken jewelry. It's so rare. But anyways, we still have the guarantee, and if it breaks in the first 4 months, no matter what, it could be the jewelry's fault, or it could be the customer's fault. The customer could run it through their lawnmower, and Park Lane would replace it. In the first 4 months, it's free. And after that, it's $10 plus shipping. So they cover that as long as it's still in the line. And even if it's no longer in the line, as long as they purchased it within the last year, Park Lane will give them a credit, whatever they spent, to pick out something different. So their jewelry is covered for at least a year or longer if it's still in the line. So like this necklace that I have on, this is rosewood. This has been in our collection since before I got in. I think it's been around for years, and it's one of our top sellers. It'll probably stay around for a while. So I would always be able to get this replaced as long as it's still in the line. But that's just an amazing guarantee. And the fact that they replace it, even when it's the customer's fault, even if it's like normal wear and tear, the customer just wears it too much and wears it out, then they still replace it. So I love our guarantee, and our customers love our guarantee, which the reason why you want to sell a product with a good guarantee is because, I mean, let's be honest, up front, you don't know this company, you don't know this product, and you're showing it to your friends. So you want to know if they don't like it, that you're covered. But now that I'm in, I know like everybody loves it. So I don't worry about that anymore. But I did worry about that in the beginning. So also with our product, we do not have to stock or ship our own jewelry. There's another friend on this call right now who was with a former jewelry company, and she had to pre-buy all the jewelry and then sell it, and she had to mail it out. We don't have to do that. So all this jewelry that you see behind me on my body, I've got gobs over here. That's my personal jewelry. I get to wear that, show that. And when people like it, they order it and it ships straight to their house. So I don't have to package up jewelry and mail jewelry. And neither does my hostess. When a hostess has a party, all the stuff does not come to her. The only stuff that goes to her is her jewelry. Everybody else's jewelry goes straight to the customer, which is amazing. So I love that about our product. Let's talk about the third P, which is the programs. It's my favorite part. And we have amazing programs for our customers, for our hostesses, and for us as stylists. And what I love is that when you become a stylist, you're actually allowed to take advantage of all three of those. You can shop as a customer and take advantage of all the customer perks on a party in your name. So you get the hostess credit and then make commission off of that order. So it's the trifecta. And in my former company, you couldn't do that. They would only allow you to host your own party, maybe once a year. For a time, it was once a month. I usually host, I close 1 to 2 parties a month in my own name. So I'm able to earn free jewelry from that and my commission, which is huge, which is one of the reasons why I'm able to do these free necklace calls and give away free jewelry. I'm doing another special in my VIP group right now where I'm giving away a ton of free jewelry. And it's just amazing because they're so generous. So let's talk first about the customers, because you don't have a business without customers, right? So in Park Lane, we have a 365-day-a-year sale. And it's your customers can purchase any 2 items at full price. These will be their least expensive items. And then they can pick out any up to 4 items at half price. And these will be their more expensive items. So that's kind of crazy. I mean, I shop at Famous Footwear. I have kids, boys, they go through shoes, and Famous Footwear, you know, I always wait and I shop at when they have the BOGO sale, and you buy one and then you get one of equal or lesser value at half price. But in Park Lane, you buy 2 and you can get 4 of equal or greater value at half price. And we always like to compare this, like if you were to go into Dillard's or Macy's and pick out 2 pairs of socks and then get to buy 4 designer handbags at half price. That's kind of what our sale is like. And so even if we just stop there, that would be enough. I mean, a lot of times, even after I explain our extra perks, that's really the only part my customers even like retain in their brain because it's so good. But on top of that, Park Lane has weekly specials that change for our customers. So frequently, I'm just going to go with a really common one. Frequently when they spend 90, they always get free shipping at 90. And our shipping, I'll just tell you girls here, since you're on here, our shipping was $7 flat shipping until they spend 90 and then it was free. I think April 14th, our shipping, they are about to announce our shipping is going to go up to $9 flat fee. But when they spend 90, it's free, which I'm totally fine with because most of my customers spend 90 to get the free shipping. And I have purchased from many other companies whose shipping is higher. And I'm okay with that because most of my customers spend 90 to get the free shipping, because at 90, they also can typically go back and pick out a bonus item, which is anything up to $200. Some people call them zingers. So if you ever use that word, hear that word, a zinger, they're talking about a bonus item. They can pick out anything up to $200 and get it for 30 bucks. So like this bracelet, this is our impression bracelet. It comes in about 9 different colors. It has 40 carats of just mega bling, hand dye injected CZs, and it retails for $182. But we always get to tell people at our shows, girls, I would never let you pay $182 for this bracelet. I probably wouldn't even let you get it for half price because tonight you can get it for $30. And they love that. And sometimes we even have more sales on top of that, but I don't want to muddy the water and confuse your mind. On top of that, we also have, after I said I'm not going to muddy the water, I am going to tell you other sales. We have these things called style drops. And it's a section on your website, which when you are a stylist, you have your own personal website for an entire year. So we have no quotas. You can do as many shows or sales as you want. You can take individual orders. You can do it however you want. But we have this section on our website called Style Drops, and it will have limited edition pieces that are only available while supplies last, and they're always deeply discounted with a $40 purchase. So like right now, this is one of the items. This is one of our impression bracelets. This is the pastel colored impression bracelet. It has 4 different colors in it. And this is only $30 with a $40 purchase. So the fun thing about Style Drops is in between parties. So I don't even promote Style Drops at my parties in general, because I want my customers to do the 90 so they can get the big bonus item for 30. And I feel like if I talk about Style Drops, it's just going to confuse them more. But in between parties, I have a Facebook VIP group. And if you were to sign up, you might promote this on Instagram or Snapchat, but your recruiter will probably build a Facebook group for you for your initial party. And that can become your VIP group later. And you can promote things like these Style Drops, and your customers end up shopping with you repeatedly because they want to get the limited edition pieces. And when you promote Style Drops, you always have a party open in your name. So you can collect all these miscellaneous orders in between parties. And every time your party gets to 10 orders, which this will make sense when I talk about the hostess perks, that's when I like to close my party, because I'll get $400 in free jewelry plus my commission. So Style Drops are just something really fun that Park Lane does. I've never seen another company do it, but I also am not a big shopper. You can ask Tina. She tried to invite me to another party, and I was like, I have all that stuff. I'm really not a shopper. So the fact that I'm in sales is kind of comical. I teach women how to buy the most affordable clothing and recycle your clothes. I wear the same clothes like season in, season out. I buy a couple of articles of clothing a year. And other than that, I'm kind of a minimalist because I've learned I can just change my jewelry and change my look. I don't need all the clothes. I just want jewelry. So I'm a jewelry hoarder. But anyways, a couple other things about Park Lane, because they roll out these specials at strategic times, we have a very steady sales rate. A lot of retail companies have big spikes and falls in their sales. But because Park Lane strategically does their sales at certain times, we have a pretty steady baseline. And we do 48% of our company's sales usually, historically, in the first 6 months of the year, and 52% in the second 6 months, which it makes sense because the fall selling season with Christmas and stuff is bigger. But in my former company, there were times where it was like a straight up drought, because, nobody was having parties, people weren't buying. But because Park Lane has Style Drops, they change our customer special, they offer extra perks for hostesses. They're just super smart. So we're able to have a steady business all year long. So I love that. So let's talk a little bit about our hostesses. Man, our hostess program is so good. So when you have a friend that decides she'll invite her girlfriends either to an event on Facebook or at her home or at a restaurant, Park Lane gives her, there's a lot. So if you're taking notes, just get prepared. She gets a thank you item, which can be any one of those big ticket items for $30. That we call it a thank you item for our hostesses instead of a bonus item, but it's pretty much the same thing. She didn't have to spend $90 to get it. She gets it just for having a party. She also gets free credit for every individual order she gets on her party, no matter how big or small the order is. She's going to get $20 in free credit. So even if she has a friend who comes and only purchases a $22 pair of earrings, the hostess is still going to get $20 in free credit from that order. So let's do the math. 5 orders gets her $500 in free jewelry. Now, I will say this. I don't always say this because I forget, but there is a $300 minimum on a party. But most of the time that happens in the first 2 to 3 orders, because most women are taking advantage of their half price items and all their perks. But so if the hostess has 5 orders at $20 per order, that's $100 for free. If she gets to 9 orders, that's $180 for free. But the magic happens when she gets that 10th order. And remember, 10 orders of any size, because at 10 orders, Park Lane doubles the per order credit to $40 per order. So she gets $400 in free jewelry, and there's no cap on that. So if she gets an 11th order, that's 440. If she gets a 12th order, that's 480. Tina's party a couple months ago, she got 20 orders. So that was $800 in free jewelry. I had someone last week get to 16 orders, which is really good. It's just so generous. And on top of that, I'm going to say this over, apparently on top of that is my phrase that I say frequently. There are two $50 awards. We call them Fast 50s that you can incentivize your hostess with. Every time you close a party, there are these two $50 awards that you can choose to give her if she does certain things. So I oftentimes at a party, I will say, when you book with me before the end of May, I will give you an extra $50 in free jewelry. Or if you are one of the first 3 people to book with me tonight, I'll give you an extra $50 in free jewelry. And I just give that to them at their party. And I use one of the Fast 50s that I'm allowed to give them. And it costs us $10 a piece to give them those $50 awards. I like to offer them an extra $50 if they have 15 people watching the live, because I know that if we have 15 people on the live video, we're probably going to get their 10 orders. So I will gladly pay $10 to give them that extra $50 bonus, but you get to use them at your discretion. It's a tool for you to decide what you need, what your hostess needs, and then use those to incentivize her to do those things. Plus, the hostess can get 4 half-price items, and the half-price items for you are fully commissionable items. With your customer order, you know how they get to buy 2 at full price and get 4 at half price? All of that becomes a subtotal, and you make your commission off of that total. In my former company, a half-price item meant I was making 0. But in Park Lane, a half-price item means I am making my commission off of that item. And it's the same when your hostess uses her half-price items. So you may have made $300 on a party, and then the hostess places her order, and you might make another $30, $50, $100 because she uses her half-price items, which is really nice because that's really a pay raise for you. Let me think. Is that everything the hostess gets? When her friends book a party from her, she gets an extra bonus item that she gets to redeem at their party. So that makes her want to encourage her friends to book because she wants to get another $200 item for $30. And it also encourages her friends to keep their show because they want their friend to get that bonus. So it's just so smart. Like the word mad genius comes to mind when I think of all the programs that Park Lane has in place for us. So when your average hostess is getting $400 in free jewelry, and your average customer is saving hundreds of dollars on her order, it causes this, it's like a feeding frenzy. Women love to save money. They love to have their friends get together where they're also saving money. So I really feel like our hostess program and our customer specials work hand in hand, because some women will book just because they want free jewelry, but other women will book because they want their friends to have a good time. And our party plan and customer perks speak to both of those heartstrings. So I think it makes it a lot easier for us to schedule parties. We just did Terica's launch party. She's already got 6 bookings because her friends love the specials and they want to get free jewelry. So it's really exciting. Okay, let's talk about the perks for us as stylists. Well, remember how I said you can shop as a customer on a party in your name and make the commission? That's a huge perk right there. That's not even like in my notes, but that's an amazing perk that Park Lane has. We also have a fundraiser program. So if you love to give back, you can do a fundraiser for any nonprofit. You fill out a little 1-page paper application, you send it to Park Lane, and within about 24 hours, they will approve your fundraiser. And then you can set up a shopping link for a dog rescue, a school, Boy Scouts, cancer research. Right now I'm helping a school make money for a prom. I just finished a swim team fundraiser. So whenever you do a fundraiser, there are no hostess perks and there's no customer special because they're giving 50% in cash to that nonprofit. But what's so amazing is Park Lane gives 50% to them. And then out of the other 50%, they're going to pay you your commission. Whether you make 30%, 40%, 50%, whatever your commission level is, they're going to pay you out of the other half from that fundraiser. So that's really nice. And you get to meet new contacts when you do fundraisers. People will book fundraisers that wouldn't normally book a regular show. Because believe it or not, there are lots of women out there that don't need your free jewelry. They've got enough money to buy whatever jewelry they want, but they love doing philanthropic things and give backs. And those women will book parties with you and get you into all new circles. So I love that. We have not one, but 2 luxury travel trips every year you can earn. My husband and I just got back from Key West with a whole bunch of girls on our team. So in my former company, I usually earned a trip every year, but nobody else on my team could ever earn it. And in Park Lane, they make it super attainable. We've already earned a trip for 2 to Aruba and a trip for 2 to Hawaii. And Park Lane covers your airfare and everything. We also have free jewelry every single month that you can earn. On top of being able to host your own parties, we have Rich Rewards Club, which is over $1,150 in free jewelry you can earn every single month just by selling jewelry and recruiting. So if you sell $1,000 in the first 2 weeks of the month, they'll give you $250 in free jewelry. If you go on to sell $2,500 in the whole month, there's going to be a designer ensemble that's going to launch the next month. We earn it the previous month for free. So we get it before it comes out on the website. If you sell $4,000 in a month, you get another $300 free. When you recruit 2 friends, you get $300 free. And when you recruit 2 more friends, you get another $300 free. And guess what? Next month, you can do it all again. And you don't have to do level 1 to be able to get the other levels. They will reward you for whatever you do. So pretty soon, give it a few months, but you get to a point where you own like everything. And then you get to just give jewelry away for whatever reason makes you happy. And it's so, so fun. So let's talk about how you make money. Because in Park Lane, everyone earns at least 30% commission, and you can earn as much as 50% commission. So if you have any former leadership experience in another direct sales business, let's say, 5 years ago, you had a huge team in some company that's no longer around, or maybe it is around, but you quit doing it. Park Lane will interview you, and you can qualify for a direct appoint and come in at a leadership level. So when I came over from my other company, because it closed, I came over as a senior division leader, already making 45% commission, which is really great. But now if you're sitting there and you're thinking, well, man, I don't have former leadership experience. That is okay, because coming in at 30% starting out is an industry high. And all it takes, if you recruit 1 friend, you can promote to a branch director and get your first pay raise up to 35%. And then when your whole team grows 3 more people, then you get to 40%. So you can actually work your way through our compensation plan fairly quickly if you want to. But some girls are just happy making 30%, because if you consider most hostesses are going for 10 orders and most customers are going to spend at least 90 because they want to use their half price items. It's hard for women to leave half price items on the table. So we have $1,000 parties all the time. And if you're making 30% of $1,000 party, that's $300. I'm not promising they'll all be $1,000 parties. I have parties that sometimes are only the $300 minimum. I even sometimes have parties where we don't make it to the $300 minimum because nobody shows up. That's not frequent, but it does happen. But I also have $2,000 and $3,000 parties, because women love this sale. So making 30% of that is good money. But then if you choose to recruit any friends, you promote and you never go backwards. So maybe you have a really good year, you bring in 5, 6, 7 friends, but then the next year you have a health crisis and you don't recruit anybody, and maybe some people get out. You never lose your status. You never lose your commission level. So you don't have any of this up, down, up, down. You're promoted, you're demoted, you're promoted, you're demoted. Nope, you promote and you stay promoted. And I love that. So when you do build a team, you get paid infinitely deep. There are no breakaways. So it's not like your friend is going to promote past you and you're never going to make money off of her again. You are always able to make income off of people you recruit and off of their teams infinitely deep. And there are tons of other programs that I can't tell you all about tonight because we'd be here for forever. But look at this bar of bracelets. These are all different specialty colors of impression bracelets that have come out throughout the last year that I earned for free before they were launched. And these are like my Girl Scout badges. Like I save these because I just think they're gorgeous. People are like, you could sell those and make a lot of money. I'm like, I earned these puppies. These are mine. So, but that's on top of the Rich Rewards Club. So they are constantly doing other things for us. And you can double, triple, quadruple dip in all the programs. So you might just be trying to win a free bracelet one month. And, but those points that you're accumulating to win that free bracelet are also going into your Rich Rewards Club bucket, your trip bucket, and we have a car bucket. You can actually earn a Mercedes car payment. And you can choose to take $700 a month towards your Mercedes car. Or if you don't want a Mercedes, you can take $500 a month cash, which is what I chose because I quit my day job. And now I buy our health insurance, and I just put my Mercedes money towards our health insurance, and I live life on my terms, and I love it. So you can even cash out on the trips. Like if you ever don't want to go on a trip, they'll just give you $1,000. The trip is worth more than $1,000. There would have to be something really serious happening for me to miss a trip because they're amazing. But maybe you don't like to travel. You could cash out on the trip. If you earned it for you and a guest, $2,000. Or go on the trip. The trip for two is probably worth like $5,000 because they do it up right. You get jewelry gifted to you while you're there. They pay for your airfare. We had catered meals. We had live music. It was incredible, but I digress. Let's talk about kits. It's already 8:02 and I usually get this done by 8. Apparently I am long-winded tonight. I'm just really excited. We have 3 different starter kits that you can choose between. We have our basic kit, which is only $99. You get to pick out $500 worth of jewelry with that kit. You get to pick it out. If $99 is all you can afford, I say get in, do it, get your $500 worth of jewelry. Your recruiter will help you earn more jewelry from your launch party, from Rich Rewards Club, and you will build up your kit. But if you can afford a little more, we have the business kit, which is our most popular kit. It's $229. With that, you get to pick out $1,000 worth of jewelry. And that's super fun, right? Picking out $1,000 worth of jewelry. And as long as you get the business kit or the boss kit, you get a Park Lane logo tablecloth, you get some travel jewelry rolls, and a little tote bag. The boss kit is only $439. And with that, you get to pick out $2,000 worth of jewelry. So you can choose what level you come in at. There is no right or wrong answer. Talk to whoever invited you to this call and she'll help you decide what's good for you. Every year you choose to say, oh, with your kit, you also, this is how you get your website. Whatever kit level you choose, you have your website for an entire year with no quotas. So maybe you want to do one show a month, one show a week, one show every 6 months. I don't recommend that, but it's up to you. Nobody's going to kick you out or take away your website. You have your own personal website for a year. And then in a year, if you decide this was awesome, I want to keep doing this, all we pay is $100 to renew our website. That is it. We have no other hidden fees. I mean, yes, you can buy catalogs if you want to buy catalogs, but we don't have a monthly website fee. We don't have a monthly minimum you have to turn in unless you build a team. Then you do have to have some sales every month to get paid from your team. But just to sell it, you always are going to make 30% or 40% or 50% off of your sales whenever you sell stuff. And you can do parties however you want. I mean, the world is your oyster now. We have girls on our team that do all of their business from home on virtual parties. There's women like me that like to do a little bit of both. I do virtual, I do in person. I even do like a hybrid show where I take my tripod with me to their house and I go live and do a little video while I do their in-home party. But you can do it however you want. I did one at a restaurant last Thursday night, $2,000 party at a restaurant. Super fun. So you can do it however you want. So talk to whoever invited you. We have an amazing team. The girls on this call are super helpful. The girls in our team group, you can answer a question in our Facebook group and you'll have 5 answers before the hour is over. Everyone is super helpful. All of our graphics are already made for us. We have a graphic designer on staff, so you do not have to be creative. You do not have to be able to make all this cutesy stuff. That's done for us. And it's just really a great group of women to be part of. So there is a keyword that you're going to need when you fill out our little survey for tonight so that you go into the drawing. And what do I want the keyword to be tonight? We're going to say free graphics. That's the keyword. I've never used that before. Just when you fill out our little Google Doc, you're going to say who invited you. You're going to say, if you're curious, if you want more information, or maybe you want to have a decider show. A decider show is like if you have a party and you decide after your party that you want to sign up, but before your party's closed, your stylist can flip that show to you. And that can launch your business. I recommend, if you're seriously considering this, or if you know you want to do this, sign up before your show, because then your stylist who invited you, she can train you while she's doing your show. You'll already have access to the videos. You'll already have access to be able to set up your own shopping link. But you can do it however you want. So code word free graphics. Make sure you get that Google Doc from your stylist. So you go in the drawing. You have until midnight tomorrow, which is Thursday, to finish this video, fill out that survey, and we will do the drawing for the free necklace on Friday. Thanks for joining me tonight, ladies. I'm going to stop the recording.